Hello everyone, hope you're having a holy crap! Jesus! Where the bloody hell did that just come from? Whew. I think I just had a freaking heart attack. I need to sit down. Holy moly. Ladies and gentlemen, did Fromsoft drop an absolute bombshell at this year's Game Award by releasing a brand new trailer for more Elden Ring content. I know, we didn't think it was coming. We got told again and again that we're not going to be seeing any more Elden Ring. Well, that was a big load of hogwash. I think we can all safely say that once again, Miyazaki has bamboozled all of us. So yes, Fromsoft did decide to give everyone a friggin' jump scare by releasing a brand new trailer for an Elden Ring spin-off coming in 2025, which is literally a couple of weeks away. This is not clickbait, this is not a mod, no. Fromsoft is releasing a brand new standalone game called Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN. Now, luckily for us, the big chiefs themselves, Bandai Namco, has already released a big blog post detailing a lot about what this NIGHTREIGN spin-off Elden Ring game is going to be all about, and kind of what you can expect going into this new standalone release from Fromsoft. So we're going to be diving into all that saucy info right now, so let's not fuck around any longer and let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, this is the main Bandai Namco Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN page. I mean, the artwork looks phenomenal. It's very cool. I think all of the Elden Ring art style and artwork that they do is just absolutely badass. So we'll go over everything first and then we'll kind of like break it down and go into detail about everything. So the first thing they state is, as night falls, we rise, gentlemen, we rise up. Elden Ring's NIGHTREIGN is a standalone adventure within the Elden Ring universe, crafted to offer players a new gaming experience by reimagining the game's core design. Very interesting, more on that in a minute. They got key features here: rise together, we're all rising together, boys. Join forces with other players to take on the creeping night and the dangers within, featuring 3-player co-op. If this is not crossplay, it's not really that exciting. If this is crossplay, holy shit, this could be really friggin' amazing. It would still be good even if it isn't crossplay, but I feel like the biggest negative to just Elden Ring's multiplayer was it was just platform side. So if you're on PC, you can only party with PC, console with Xbox, PlayStation with PlayStation. You couldn't crossplay. So if this is crossplay, this will be huge. It will be massive. And then they say, become a hero, take command of uniquely skilled heroes, each possessing their own abilities and distinct flair. While individually formidable, their skills create powerful synergies when they unite as a team. This again seems really cool. It seems like you're going to be able to pick from heroes, and you're going to be able to create different synergies with different abilities and spells and all that kind of good jazz. Seems cool. I don't think there's enough information to fully comment like what they mean about heroes. I see a lot of people being a little bit skeptical about what they truly mean about heroes. I think just like the character creation screen where you pick like a samurai or a warrior or a cleric, I think it's going to be like that, but maybe they'll have more integrated into them. Like you can start off with Ashes of War or something like that. Who knows? We really don't know too much, but we know enough that we can actually talk about it. And then the last little section they got here is take on the night, overcome a relentless environmental threat that sweeps through a land that changes between each gaming session, and defeat the magnificent boss of that night. Now, the wording there, magnificent boss of that night, I'm assuming there's going to be multiple bosses of the night that you're going to be able to beat. It's not just going to be one. Which that sounds really cool. I'm hoping that there's going to be some new bosses in here. I mean, just looking at this big doggo and the doggo in the trailer, it looks insane. It looks super clean. It looks like an absolute beast, though. It looks like he's going to be a mean son of a bitch to fight. But the visuals, the arena, everything, it's amazing. It seriously looks really phenomenal. Which is kind of what you expect from Fromsoft anyway, but yeah, they seem to keep knocking it out of the park here. They've got their big blog post here, which is detailing even more about this new standalone title, NIGHTREIGN. I'm not going to read out this whole thing. I'll probably put a link in the comment section. I'll pin it so you guys can go read it for yourself. But I will point out the main things that I think are interesting enough to talk about. Now, the first little paragraph is pretty meaty, not going to lie. They just talk about how the players are going to take on the night together, talking about the co-op experience again. It's going to be, the Night Reign will be a multiplayer focused return to Round Table Hold, set in a universe parallel to the events of Elden Ring. Players must choose from 8 unique characters, each with their own unique abilities and powerful ultimates. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, we're going to be ulting all the way through the lands between. That sounds pretty cool. I'm very excited to see what kind of new abilities and new ultimates I actually come up with. Now, I know you've all heard of Limgrave, fellas, but have you heard of Limveld, the long-lost relative? And they just say that you're going to have to make split-second decisions when it comes to combat and exploration in the face of the night cycle that shrinks the map with the coming night's tide. So I bet you a lot of people read this and think, oh my god, they're making Elden Ring BR, guys, it finally happened. I don't think that's the case. I think they're taking that aspect and putting it into like a PvE roguelike experience, which could be very interesting. That would put a lot of pressure on you and your teammate to be moving very quickly and making the right decisions. Otherwise, you're probably going to get penalized when the map starts shrinking and you get your asshole handed to you. They also mention that at the end of each night, players will face a powerful boss, and if victorious, awaken to bigger challenges. They also state that it'll be 3 night cycles, 3 day cycles. I think at the end of every night cycle, you have to fight a powerful boss, but there will be a lot of other enemies and a lot of encounters and probably boss encounters that you will be able to run into besides just that night boss that you have to fight at the end of the night cycle. So that sounds very interesting. And then at the end of the 3rd night, you're going to be fighting off against the chosen Night Lord. So there you go. I think it's come from the horse's mouth that there will be multiple of these big, magnificent Night Lord bosses that we're going to be able to encounter in this Night Reign. It's just insane that they just have this much content left to keep pushing out. They must have done so much and realized that some of it wasn't lore accurate, and they're like, oh, we need to repackage this another way, guys. We put too much effort into this. Boom, Night Reign was born. So they do say that you can fight the night alone, but strength will come in numbers. That's not very good if you're a solo player. Hopefully they have some kind of matchmaking so you don't feel like you're being hindered because you have no fucking friends. But I suppose the positive side is at least there will be a challenge for people that want to challenge, try and go through solo and try and beat it. I think this game probably will have matchmaking since they are talking about synergies with different characters. I feel like they would want you to play together with different characters to experience those synergies. But, you know, who knows? And if you couldn't work it out, this is going to be a roguelike survival Elden Ring experience that they are going to try and create here. So unsuccessful runs will still grant players relics to upgrade and customize their character. So even if you're getting your hams absolutely steamed, you're still going to be getting rewards and upgrading your character just like a normal roguelike. Then you can go through and you can feel that progression as you get stronger and you start, you know, beating the powerful bosses of the night. Now this last paragraph here is pretty hype, and reading this has got me very excited when they state that players will never experience the same journey twice, as enemies, rewards, and Limveld itself are ever shifting and evolving each session in the realm of the Night Lord. So basically, Fromsoft is just like, yeah, we're going to do randomized Elden Ring seamless co-op, just like all those mods that people were enjoying so much. And I'm not complaining because there's so many people on console that just don't get access to these mods. So for Elden Ring Fromsoft to do this in a new game is fantastic. I think that really is looking out for their fan base that clearly didn't get a chance to experience those very, very popular mods that everyone was on PC. And then Sites of Grace are not changing. You find them, you sit down, you touch grass, you level up, and you gain crucial power. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They also state that this new Night Reign spin-off experience is going to be like playing through an open-air dungeon, which also gets me very excited. I am a dungeon crawler enjoyer, so that gets my pickle nice and moist, that we're basically going to be doing an open-air dungeon, randomized gear, randomized enemies, randomized bosses. Oh my god, take my friggin' money. The coolest parts of this trailer for me was the bird. They're bringing back Dark Souls 1, baby. We're getting picked up by the bird and we're getting taken to the Firelink Shrine. So this is really, really cool. Just turn this down a little bit. I thought this was cool that you're going to be able to have like some astral crystal bird that's going to be able to take you around. And if we pause it here for a second, you can clearly tell this is friggin' Limgrave. This is Limgrave, aka Limveld now. This is the bridge that's at, like, chasm. There's a cave down here. But this is different. There was no camp here. There was no tower here. I don't know. I don't think the tower ruins was here either. So I think they're going to just Frankenstein the map together and put different landmarks around the place. And I'm all for that too. I think the map for Elden Ring, the base map, is fantastic. And just stacking stuff on top of each other and mixing and matching where everything goes, I think would be a pretty cool experience. I'm going to say the movement looks peak as well. The wall running and stuff, that's going to be absolutely mental. But then the coolest part, arguably, is the friggin' big doggo at the end, which is clearly one of the Night Lord bosses that you're going to have to fight. And this thing looks insane. He's throwing a chain around with one of his heads. He splits into three. The arena is beautiful. The arena is fantastic. This is clearly Radahn's arena with a different coat of paint, different skylight, some different looking banners in the sky. It doesn't matter though, because the boss fight looks very different and unique and cool, and it does fit this setting, I think, with the fire and the chain doggo. And I think they were some of the key highlights that this trailer did show off. What am I talking about? The key highlights. One of the biggest, weirdest highlights is the fact that they got Nameless King here. What the friggin' hell is this man doing here? He clearly got a time warp crystal, and he's taken the wrong turn down Albuquerque, and boom, he's in the lands between now. So this is going to give everyone PTSD, but I gotta be honest, he looks a lot cleaner. He's probably going to have some new moves as well. But yeah, it's insane. I think this is the Sekiro parody as well. I'm not breaking down the trailer. We could sit here and look at this all day. There's so many goodies to discover in this actual trailer. This has got me more hyped than a friggin' kid on Christmas, man. I cannot believe this is coming out next year in 2025. They just did a DLC. This company cannot stop cooking. No one's gonna complain about more Fromsoft content. But holy crap, man, they are seriously pumping stuff out, and it is great to see. Hopefully this new standalone title can stand on its own 2 feet. But it is going to be interesting to see all the feedback that people give for this new game, considering it is completely changing the dynamic of what we know. This is going to be survival, roguelike, MMO, like RPG experience, co-op experience, where you're able to jump in with your friends, go kill a couple of powerful bosses of the night, upgrade your character, and then hopefully, keep continuing on fighting bigger and badder enemies. So very excited to see how this plays out. I don't think anybody had this on their bingo card for the end of 2024. If you did, you're fucking Nostradamus. So that's basically, I think that's everything we know about the new Elden Ring standalone title, Night Reign, coming in 2025. Are you excited for this? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. Appreciate all love and support as always, guys. And until next time, stay safe. Peace out.